Hello, welcome back. Another short turn. You can see green flags. We summoned another gel cube. Or is that the first one we summoned? I don't know. That might be the first one actually. We summoned a gel cube, searched the sites and didn't find any. This is a bit frustrating. LA Cassia has a new prophet. Uuodeouda, I don't know. It's probably some kind of joke that I don't get. Battling Kareen. So this is man attacking us, which we were expecting. Mostly with Unicorn Knights. Knights of Avalon. These guys get lots of attacks, which is unpleasant. That's pretty much all he has here. There's a few low green warriors in the front. A small force, but they're very, very, very good units, so looks like they're all set to attack rear. So that's Kareen. So 22 units, 3 commanders, no mages. You got the knights, the 4 attacks, and the magic unicorn horn. Knights of stone. All mundane attacks, but they still get 3. And Knight Commander of Avalon. I keep saying Alicorn. Yep. Good units. In Nace, the Redweed had spread. In Old Forest, we got our first big gold event, which is nice. Finished the Palisades in Robber Home, and did some patrolling. And that's it. So this turn the intention was to attack this throne. Not going to happen now. The temptation is to attack it anyway and then roll through. But been advised against that. So instead I'm just gonna... This is the man's army, it's in Kareen. I do have the assassins here who could start assassinating these commanders. I'm not sure how well they do against knight commanders though because of how many attacks they get. I think it might just be a bit of a waste. So instead all of the stealth units that are here, the Acolyte and the handful of worms, we're going to attack this wasteland. I can't imagine this is defended too heavily. So we'll see if we can burn down this temple very quickly before man knows what's happening. And the assassins are going to walk straight onto this fort and start assassinating mages instead. Which I'm sure will be hugely demoralizing. If it goes successfully anyway. Hopefully there aren't a bunch of commanders here patrolling with bodyguards, but you never know. So we'll give that a shot down here. I'm going to leave this province for now, not going to attack it. I'm just going to... From here he can only attack 4 places. He could attack onto my cap, which, you know, would be... That's an option. Would be kind of risky. But he could do it. I've got just H3 guy patrolling with the province defense. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't know. Other movement he could do, he could go into the cave. It's currently summer, which is unfortunate, because that means he can move between these 2 provinces. But he might be tempted to go to the cave, I don't know. More tempting... Now the other 2 provinces are more tempting. We've got a farmland, which is always nice. And then there's a province here that has a temple in it, which is always nice. But these provinces also have my armies in them, so that's discouraging. So it's hard to predict where he fancies moving next. I guess he could also attack into this independent province, but I'm going to assume that is a very, very low probability of him doing that. So I'm just going to defend these 2 provinces. I'm going to move what I can to Haloma and move what I can to Old Forest. Old Forest is pretty beefy. Got all my meatballs. I wonder if unit order... Like, I wonder if these guys will eat the corpses first because they're being led by a commander who's higher in the order. Because if I put these into this squad, which I can't do because it's full, is this worth testing? Yeah, sure, this is worth testing. Let's see. Oh, they're in different provinces. Okay. Well, like, I'm just wondering, like, what order will the units eat corpses in? Because I think if these were all in the same squad, these would appear after these, because these were, like, the first worms I got. So they're much higher in the unit order. But if they're being led by a commander who's higher in the unit order, does that mean that these guys eat corpses first? No idea, let's see. These guys are all on 20 hit points. I guess we'll check next to... oh, there's no corpses in here currently though, so... I don't know, just curious. Anyway, all this stuff is being moved to Old Forest, so this is this province here. This is what was going to attack the throne, so there's tons of worms, including the big worms. We've also got some mages as well. The stuff is just lined up like this. We've got units on hold and attack in the front, and then we've got a bunch of mages just here with all bodyguards. I want my troops be behind my commanders to start with, because his knights are on attack rear. And these guys are all going to move forwards through my commanders anyway, so it's a nice kind of... keeps them safe, and they've also got bodyguards as well. Down here I've got a few mages. Should these be moved up? Because of what I've just said. I don't know, the units are behind them. But these guys are down here to cast... this guy's going to cast haste. So he's going to haste all the giant meatball worms, which I think would be pretty cool. And then we've got the astral guy who's scripted to cast some astral healing later on. Worms you can't script, so they're just going to move forwards. And if I go through, the acolytes are just set to cast spells. They can only really bless, which is fine. It means I don't have to do divine blessing with my prophet. So the astral guy is going to do some gifts of the hair also on the big boys, and then do astral healing later in the turn. All the N1s are going to start with Eagle Eyes, do a Vine Arrow, and then maybe switch to a Lesser Rectangle if they can. Death guy is going to haste all those meatballs, and then do Raise Dead maybe, and then probably Raise Skeletons. We'll see how that goes. That's that province. And Holoma, slightly less impressive. I did put the province defense up to 15 here. We've got the Gel Cube up in front, because they move very slowly. 50 hit points. I was surprised that you could script this guy. I would have thought it was undisciplined. So he's right in the front. Not sure how long he'll last, but... also got a big block of worms here, just behind the commanders. We've got some horrified peasants on attack rear. Don't know how successful they'll be. And then some bone tribe guys down here as well. And then the big block of worms is just in the middle. Acolyte's going to do some blessings. We've got a D2 guy doing Raise Skeletons, another D2 guy doing Raise Skeletons, another N3 guy doing haste, and then some lesser rectangles. So we'll defend those two provinces. Hopefully he chooses to attack one of those and is wiped out. If he moves into the cave, it's a bit more awkward. Because it's summer. If it was winter, it would be, I think, suicide moving into the cave. But the connection here being open kind of makes it a bit more viable. So we'll see what happens. After that, depending on what he does, we'll try and take Karin back. And we'll start pushing into his territory. But that's how things look at the moment. Research is okay. We're almost at enchantment 5. Another 3 turns maybe. I can get higher than 102 research, just there's a lot of movement and stuff going on at the moment. Interestingly, this province where we got the free lab is actually the one that's the most likely to get our first more. You could actually get it now, which is quite funny, because that might be where we have to cast strange bedfellows. So this is strange bedfellows. This is like, this is your kind of main mid-game to late-game spell that lets you bring more allies into the world. Because there comes a point where you can't really afford to recruit mages anymore, and you don't really have any recruitable units. So you open a gateway to other worlds, and you get a bunch of random commanders and random units instead. But we need a Great Red Moor to cast that, and Great Red Moor is the last site we get for free. And you need less than 4,000 population and at least 8 dominion, which this province has. So If La Mancha attacks us, he's probably going to go through that province, which would be unfortunate. So I kind of need to prioritize protecting this province, I think. Either that, or I need to start killing population in my cap, which I could do by pillaging. I might think about doing that soon as well. But that's it for this turn. Just gotta wait and see what man does now. So that was turn 16, thanks for watching. See you next turn. Hello, welcome back. 2 thrones have been claimed, first of all. Knowledge by the one Cassia policy. And which one's this? The Golden Throne for Big Hot Burning Mama. Summon another Gel Cube. Attack the Wasteland with our very small group of world colonies into some Lion Tribe. Or are they Wolf Tribe? They are Wolf Tribe. And a few monks. This seems pretty evenly matched. Some colonies I feel are like pretty deceptively enduring. They even handled getting fireflies did. Yeah, and we didn't lose any. That was quite good. We killed 3 of his monks. Nice 75 gold there. And took a beautiful wasteland. As well as burning down one of his temples, which is another... Man has cheap temple. I just played, man. That was my last game. Well, it was last year. Like, I think they have like a 200 gold temples. That's nice. Took Javel Quiche. You will notice that there are no other battles this turn. There were events though. Nace, Redweed upgraded, and Queen Forest, 7 death gems. Check out this shit. He moved into Man. Nobody could have predicted this. Nobody could have predicted this. I feel weird because I made a joke about how unlikely it was that he'd move this way. And then he moved that way. As if that was not enough. The temperature scales have shifted sufficiently that this is now blocked. He can literally only move this force either onto the throne or onto Kareen now. Because both mountain passes have been blocked by snow. So our next move is pretty obvious. We're all going to attack into Kareen now with everything. We have begun generating a new type of free spawn, you'll be pleased to hear. Myers can sometimes free spawn these 3 units here. There's a bunch of different kinds. They are cadaverous redworm colonies. They all have the same description and the same stats, more or less. They have slightly different, like, strength and attack values and stuff. And slightly different weapons and armor as well. But they're all... The big difference is that they don't eat corpses, so you don't have to worry about them as much. And they go berserk. So they're functionally mindless, I guess. So I've just put them in with the army. But yeah, everything's just moving into Kareen now. I don't know what else he's going to do with that. He might attack the throne with that army, I guess? Seemed kind of small, but I don't know. It's a pretty weak throne. But we've got this nicely arranged army now. We've got 2 gel cubes at sides, small groups of human units at the inner sides, nice big block of soldiers on hold and attack at the front. We've got some undisciplined crap here with all our mages in the middle, giant meatballs right out in front mid. Slightly larger worms behind, and then tiny little groups behind that. Death guy is going to do raised skeletons. Got some N1 dudes doing vine arrows and lesser rectangles. I brought out one of the H3 guys to divine bless and do some smites. And then we've still got an N3 guy knocking around. He can drop a haste, why not? So that'll all be in Kareen next turn. My site searching mages are going to go, screw it, let's go back to site searching. They're going to go to Glade Woods now and just start searching for sites again. I think we have enough mage support down here now. Little raiding army is going to stealth away now, start looking for other, maybe more temples to burn down. That would probably be quite good. And I've got the 3 assassins on Villia who are going to start assassinating. We'll see how that goes. There are quite a lot of units here, as you can see, so there might be a few military commanders here. I think mounted commanders might give us some problems. But hopefully we hit a few mages and things and just kill those. That'd be quite good. Either way, all 3 of them are going to be doing assassinations. So fingers crossed it works out okay. Not much else going on. There's some stealth arrows going northeast. They're just going to pick up worms in this area. I might start sitting all of the small worm colonies in Chibia and casting Agitate the Mire in this province whenever I can, and this will be the province where I like grow my worms. I can see my dominion is spreading into other people's territory over here, so they might get a bit unhappy with us going forwards. We still only have basic redweed on our edges though, but it won't spread from here yet. We have no sites down here still. Even over here we still only have basic redweed, which is interesting. We can see in Villia we have dense redweed, which is... must be annoying for him. You need Holy 2 or F2 to get rid of that. If it's just regular redweed you can get rid of it with H1 or F1. But dense you need slightly better. Yeah, and that's it for this turn really. Not much else going on. We got our first Bone Reader this turn. Death and Air. I'm recruiting those guys over there, and recruiting another Woodhenge Druid this turn, but we've got enough Dominion here now that I can switch to Revelers from now on. And the Palisades is being upgraded still in Queen Forest, but I haven't started the upgrades in Robberhome yet. Still doing Adepts in my cap. And Research will have Enchantment 5 in 2 turns. I'm going to switch to Evocation after that instead of Alt, just very quickly. I want to get up to Rectangle. This is a lot like Lesser Rectangle, except it also summons some units. It's easier to see it in action than to explain it. And that's it for the turn, I think. So I'll just hit N a few times, nothing else to move. Province defense everywhere, including the wasteland I just took. Don't think any other orders are being done. Research, Preach, Build Fortress, Assassinate. Yep, that was turn 17. Thanks for watching. See you next time.